Hello, everyone. This is Keith George. I am the EdTech specialist for AMSTI, the Alabama Math Science and Technology Initiative. And this is going to be a quick little tutorial on how to create a resource collection using the participate.com collection tool. So as you can see, I'm just at participate.com, www.participate.com, and I'm going to sign in with my account. And if you don't already have an account, of course, you can click register and everything is, the account is free, as you might expect. And this will take you to what's called your dashboard. And from your dashboard, create a new collection will always be one of the first tiles. If you don't see it there, you can simply click on collections and click the new collection button over here. But I'll just show you from the home page, create a new collection. And the first thing you need to do is give your collection a name. So for instance, if I was doing a set of cool tools, I might do Mr. George's Cool Tools. Whatever you want to name it is fine. Make it descriptive enough so that obviously you can remember what's included in that collection, because you'll be able to continue adding things to it, but also so that other viewers and visitors to the site get an idea of what it is. So I'm going to click create, and it is going to take me to my collection. You can see the title up here. If I decide I wanted to change it, I can just click the little pencil to edit the title. I can come here to this first pencil is to add some tags. So if this was going to be a collection of science cool tools, I might add the tag science. This second pencil is to create a description. And you really want to make sure that you include a description so that other teachers can benefit from your work and get an idea of what's included. So this might be collection of cool science tools for the classroom. And I might specify if this was elementary or something like that. Click save. There's my description. Now there's a couple of ways to add resources to the collection, and I'll talk about those, but I also want to point out these little buttons up here at the top, because the first one is visibility. So right now you can see the visibility is public, and that is what it is set by default when you create a collection. That means anyone visiting the Participate website can find your collection. If they look under, if I have a tag of science, they can do it. If they search resources and collections and enter the right combination of search terms. Because it's not done right now, I'm going to click that, and for right now I'm going to mark only I can view. So this is the equivalent of private, and you see that it's changed the visibility, but I'm going to do that until my collection is done, or at least has a good number of resources in it, just so that I'm not showing up with just one or two resources. Manage Collaborators allows you to enter the email or username, the Participate username of another teacher, and invite them to add to your collection as a collaborator, so multiple people can work on the same collection. And then under Manage Collection, really the only thing for Manage Collection is if you decide you want to delete it, that's where you will go to delete it. Now this discussion area here is neat, because if you have elected to add collaborators to your collection, you can actually leave messages here, comments back and forth among the collaborators. Now that's the only people that will see it, is you and the collaborators, but this would be a great way for you to, if you were thinking that your collection needed more about simple machines, you could leave a little comment to your collaborator. Hey, does anybody have any ideas for simple machine resources? And the only people who would see that are the collaborators. So that's what these extra things are here. To actually add a resource, there's a couple of ways to do it. So if you are wanting to add some resources that may already be in the Participate collection, you can go to Search Resources, and this will search the database of apps, videos, websites, books, and more. So we've listed this as science. So let's just do our simple machines that we were talking about. And let's see what resources are already in the Participate collection related to simple machines. So when I did my search, you see that I came up with some collections themselves about simple machines. So there's a couple of collections here. And I can also select View All Collections to see even more collections. Or I can come down and look at individual resources that are in the database that are related to simple machines. So for instance, here's a app for iOS that is actually called Simple Machines. So I can actually look at this resource, get an idea of what it's looked like. It's been evaluated by one of the Participate experts. It has a review down here. It has a description here. If I look at this and decide that this is something that will work great in my collection, I can come up here to the Add button, click it, and I actually have quite a few collections. I've been using Participate for a while, but I can come down to, in this case, since it's a new collection, it's almost always going to show up down here at the very bottom. And I'm going to click Mr. George's Cool Tools. Notice it put a check mark up there. And now, if I click the little View button next to it, you can see I'm back in my collection and I have added that resource. Now, one of the things you want to think about doing when you add a resource to a collection is if you think it's valuable enough for you to add, you should also consider, once you've tried out the app and everything like that, you should consider adding a review like has been done here. So you can actually go in and review the app by clicking the review button. And it's really simple. You give a score for the educational content and the features and production and the engagement, and you leave a comment. And once you do that and write a review, it will actually add that to as an additional review for this particular resource. So it's always great to include that review so that you are sharing what you've learned and how you have used the app or resource. Okay, I'm going to jump back to my collection. Just back up a couple pages here. Back in my collection. And let me show you another way to add a resource. Let's say I'm going to jump over to another window and say Simple Machines Video. Bill Nye is probably going to be a good example here. So here's a YouTube video of Bill Nye.
You want to create a stunning website.
See our ad
I've
first.
already done it with Wix.
This is Bill Nye's Simple Machines
I'm gonna need to put
video. Pause that because all I really need to do is get the URL of the video. So I'm going to share it enough so I can copy the URL and go back to my collection, because you can also add a resource by URL. So when I click add a resource, I can click a website or an online resource. Now, this is what's really cool, is because when I paste the URL in there and click add resource, it's automatically going to determine that it is a video. It's going to show a preview of the video, and it's going to import the title. Now, if this was a website, let's say when I did add resource and I entered http:// natgeo, I believe it's .com. Let's see if it gets that. Yes, National Geographic Stories of Animals, Nature, and Culture. Now, this probably doesn't really fit necessarily in our science, but I wanted to show you that if you just type in a URL, it pulls a preview picture, pulls the title, and also pulls in a description. If you don't like the description that it pulls in, or if there's not a description for it, click on the gear, click Edit Description, and add a short description. Bill Nye talks about simple machines. And of course, your description could be a little bit longer, but when I click Save, you see it adds it there. Now, I try to get a collection up to, at least 8 or 10 resources so that I have kind of a good variety before I come back up to visibility and change my visibility to public. Close that. Now I see that it's public. And now my collection is created, visible to other teachers, has a couple of resources in there. And then when I want to share that with others, I can come up and click the share button, and I can email it directly to someone. I can embed it in a website. I can like it, share it, tweet it out, things like that. I can even save it to Pinterest. If you just want to send somebody the email, or if you want to post the email, post the URL somewhere, they don't have a button exclusively for that right now, but here's the trick. If you click email, and when it comes up with your email, the link directly to your collection is going to be in there. So I can just grab that link, copy it. Oops, I guess I clicked. And it took me to my collection. So let me go back to my email and try to copy that again. Copy that. And then I can go to Google Classroom, Canvas, whatever other place I might need to post the link, and just paste the link as a URL. So that is the easy way to create a collection using Participate. And again, the easy way to start is just from the Participate homepage or your dashboard. Just click Create a New Collection, and then just start adding resources. I hope this has been helpful. If I can help in any way, feel free to contact me on Twitter. I am @BigTechCoach, and thanks for watching.